Thank you. So the topic, if you haven't figured it out, is I am the light. And that actually is a trigger. It's a switch. You know, if you want to watch, for instance, a basketball game on TV this afternoon, the first thing you do is turn the switch on. You turn on the TV. And that's what the statement, I am the light I am, does. It's an announcement to the universe that you recognize your own divinity. And just like watching whatever on TV, if you sit around waiting till the TV comes on before you say, oh, thank you, you're in for a very, very long journey. It's going to be a while before the TV set comes on all by itself. And that's exactly what the universe does. It waits until it's welcomed. And so, when you take the step of announcing to the universe, I am the light I am, that's what triggers the flooding of your consciousness with divine energy, with divine light. The light of divine perfection infuses you the moment that you make that declaration. And depending on where you are, you might do it out loud, or you might just think it. But it's important that you do it. And I found, since I've become acquainted with this particular concept, that I do it all the time. I find myself saying, I am the light I am. I particularly say it when I'm driving down the highway, and I notice somebody driving in a way that I don't approve of. And what this does is it doesn't make life easier per se, but it allows you the space in which you can take on allowance. Because you see, everything, even what looks like darkness, is an emanation of the light of divine perfection. There is nothing that isn't divinely ordained.
Whoa. You mean Adolf Hitler went to heaven?
You betcha. First of all, there's no place else to be. You can be in a hell of your own creation, but it ain't anything but your creation. There is no hell. And I want to take a minute and say thank you to Helma Macy. I recently spent some time with her in Florida. She was a member of this congregation for a number of years, and then she moved to Florida. And we sort of stayed in touch. Others have stayed much closer in touch. But she introduced me to a really extraordinary young man named Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N. And YouTube is full of wonderful videos by Matt. And he's an enlightened being. He was awakened at the age of 8. And he had an awakening experience with Jesus. And Matt Kahn, as you might surmise from his name, is Jewish. And so he had this experience with this being of light that he didn't know who it was. And the next day, he was at his friend's house, And there was a picture of Jesus on the wall. And Matt looked at that picture and said, "Who's that? That's the guy I met in the dream last night." And his friend said, "Oh, come on, you didn't meet Jesus." And Matt said, "Well, I don't know who it was, but that's who I met in my dream last night." And to make a long story short, it's an extraordinary young man. He's in his 40s. You know, there was a time when I thought 40 was and now that my kids are almost 50, I think of young, 40 is young. Sorry, Lauren. I also owe a debt of gratitude to Helma for introducing me to Marshall Rosenberg and the concept of nonviolent communication, which we'll talk about next week. She's involved in that, in doing a program with a colleague in the Brevard County Jail, and that's a very meaningful program that has made a big difference in the lives of some of those prisoners. So, thank you, Helma. But back to the topic. Being the light is what you are, but until you turn the switch, until you declare your readiness to be the light may not come shining through you. Now, this is not a fake it till you make it technique. This is simply the beginning of the process of enlightenment. And enlightenment is nothing other than allowing what you are to shine forth. You simply cannot, you're not capable of changing that. You can hide from it, you can resist it, you can say, "Oh, not me," or someday after I find the right guru and go to 3 more workshops and read a half a dozen more books, maybe then I'll be enlightened. No, right now, you are a fully enlightened being. And the only thing that keeps you from experiencing that is your belief otherwise. That's it. So, how difficult is it to change your belief structure? Well, in this one it might be difficult. It's actually not difficult. It's not complicated. It's just, there's a lot of resistance. And who's the resistor here? What's the drag? The drag is the ego thought system. The ego wants you to believe that you're less than, that you're limited, that God will judge you. And you better toe the mark, or you're in serious difficulty. So, the ego even imagines, and the history of most religions in the world teach that there's a judgment day, and that you will face God, and that there will be a trial, and you'll be found either guilty or innocent. And if you're innocent, guess what? You get to go to heaven. And if you're guilty, you're condemned forever to darkness. I guarantee you there is no trial. And just in case you don't believe me, I have an out. Here's the perfect defense. If you get up, if you cross over and find yourself in the middle of a trial, I suggest you do this. Say, "Your Honor, It's a nice courtroom. I'm happy to be here. But I have one piece of evidence, and I want you to take it with you. And that's the calendar. You've all seen the calendar with the beach and the fence and the footprints walking along in the sand. And it says, the footprints aren't yours. I carried you all the way. And so you say to the court, why am I here? It wasn't me. It was the Lord masquerading as me, doing whatever it was that I'm accused of doing. I didn't do it. There's the evidence right there. Not my footprint. Somebody else did it. So you're innocent. You're home free. There is no trial. And if there is, you have the perfect squelch. The ego wants you to believe that this is an answer to the lack that it has you think you exist in. The ego will turn this technique, this process of turning on the light that you are, the ego makes of it a cha-ching machine. Everything will flow richly and wonderfully as soon as you're enlightened. Not so much. Because whatever shows up is a result of an infinite number of complexities and reasons that you are choosing to experience what you're experiencing. We are not victims of circumstance. Everything happens as a result of our ability to bless others with our presence, with our light. Everything, even the negative stuff. You might say, well, why did that happen? The answer, I am the light I am. How come me? I am the light I am. Because when you shine your light onto the world gets that it can change. And there's a wonderful poem written by Marianne Williamson that I share with you now. It's often attributed to Nelson Mandela's 1994 inauguration speech, but first of all, it's not actually in the text of the speech. And second of all, Marianne wrote it in 1992 when Nelson Mandela was inaugurated in 94. And it's in her book, A Return to Love. And it goes like this. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. And it's not just in some of us. It's in everyone. And as we let our own light and let it shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So you see, when you flip the switch and allow the universe to flood you with light, you give permission for others around you to do the same thing. And when enough of us have done that, everything changes. Resist not evil. Shine light on darkness. In Scripture, it's recorded that Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom, and all these things will be added unto you." And that was in response to several of the disciples saying, "What should we do? Where should we go? What shall we eat? What shall we wear?" and so forth. And the kingdom is within you. The kingdom is you. You are the light. And the light shines the instant that you turn on the switch. The instant. And you may forget the next hour, but as soon as you remember, say it again. Turn the switch on. Every time you want to watch TV, you got to turn the darn switch on. Every time you find yourself being other than the light, you may find yourself expressing a little darkness. Don't badmouth yourself. Don't complain about it. Simply declare the contrary. I am the light I am. Say it with me. I am the light I am. See how easy it is? It could not be easier. So bring to your consciousness, to your expression of divinity, the light of divine perfection that you already are. Turn the switch on. It's open mic time. Thank you.